Hello students, today we will be discussing about non-cooperation movement. What was the movement all about? What were the various factors that led to the non-cooperation movement? What was the what is the fate of the movement, and started this movement in which year? So let's get started. The non-cooperation movement was started by Gandhi ji in 1922. It was organized by the Indian National Congress as a part of Gandhiji's larger strategy of Satyagraha. Now, what was Satyagraha? Satyagraha was protest by means of non-violence. That was a major tactic that that was a part of the protest by Gandhiji. So, what was the background of this movement? What were the various factors that led to the non-cooperation movement? In 1919, the British government passed an act known as Rowlatt Act. In 1919, that act allows the British government to detain anyone without trial. This created a widespread resentment among the Indians. In protest of this, several people were peacefully protesting in Jallianwala Bagh in Amritsar on April 13, 1919, the day of Baisakhi, when General Dyer ordered troops to open fire on the people that were protesting. That led to Jallianwala Bagh massacre, and it created a large resentment among Indians. After that, many Indians, those having the titles that were given by the Britishers, returned to the British government. Khilafat movement that started in 1919 to 24 and started by Ali brothers, that also led to the non-cooperation movement by Gandhiji. I had also made a video of Khilafat movement earlier. You can also watch that. Now, what were the objectives of this movement? The objective was to protest British injustice through non-violent means. This was the major objective, and to attain Swaraj, self-rule, by withdrawing cooperation from the British authorities. There should be no cooperation by the Indians to the Britishers. This was the key condition of this movement. The key feature of this movement of the boycott of the British institutions, schools and colleges, and the promotion of Swadeshis. Not school and colleges were boycotted, but the British goods were also boycotted, and people rely on khadi. Khadi was an Indian fabric, hand spun cloth. Indians started resigning from the government jobs and only titles in public offices. So there was a large scale participation of the youth, farmers, students all across the country. So mass participation was there. So its impact was that there was for the first time in India, there was a mass participation. Everybody, women, student, middle-aged group, they were actively participating in the struggle. Economic impact, as far as the economic impact was considered, the boycott of foreign goods hit the British interests. Khadi became a symbol of resistance. People started boycotting British textiles, and they rely on khadi. There was unity among Hindus and Muslims because both of them were fighting for a common cause. After that, but this movement was shortly lived. This was ended in Chauri Chaura near Gorakhpur in 1922 when a mob burned a police station, and after that this incident, Gandhiji realized that people were not ready for a non-violent movement. So after the calling of this movement, there was a great resentment among the leaders in the Indian National Congress, and ultimately it also led to the separation of leaders within the Congress. We will discuss all these in the later videos. Significance was that it marked the beginning of mass politics in India. More percentage of people were participating in the movement. It laid the foundation of the future movements. We will be discussing about the civil disobedience, Quit India movement in 1942, It reinforced Gandhiji's leadership in the Indian freedom struggle. So this was the non-cooperation movement that was started by Gandhiji, and